Let's come into a seated position, cross-legged, and then when you cross your legs, just notice which leg crosses in front. When we don't think about a lot of things, our dominant side tends to just be in front, and then cross the other foot. Initially, it might feel a little bit weird, almost. Before you guys came to class, Nadia and I were discussing, sometimes in yoga you do movements that almost feel awkward and weird, just for the fact that you're not used to it. And today we are going to look into habits. So almost everything we do is habits. The way you brush your hair, the way you brush your teeth. I guess, I don't know, I can't really give you a number, but I guess maybe 80% of what we do from the time we wake up until, even in our sleep, we have habits. So let's look at the habits we have on our mats, and maybe, yeah, just become aware, like that's interesting, and then maybe we'll become more aware of our habits off our mat as well. So for now, you can just close your eyes and sit nice and still. And the habits are very subtle. Where are your hands? Are your palms placed down, or are your palms facing up? What is the first thing you do when you close your eyes? Is the first thing, are you first paying attention to how your body feels, or are you immediately coming in more connection with the breath? Just notice how your body-mind connection works, and be fascinated and curious about it. This week's other more philosophical kind of theme I offer this week is the three forces of the universe, which have been existing for centuries, which are three things according to the yoga philosophy, the Hindu philosophy, which is creation, destruction, and preservation. So it's like a circle. It's like the circle of life, birth, death, all these things. So it's a circle of creation, destruction, preservation, maybe not in that specific order. And if we apply that to what is currently going on, for me personally, it has felt a bit destructive, and it has felt a little bit stagnant in a way. So that feels a bit heavy, but it also opens up space for creation. So trusting the process, trusting the three forces that just exist. No resistance, just acceptance. So we kind of have two things. On a philosophy, it's like, okay, trusting the process of learning, and on a mental kind of level also, and physical, observing your own habits. Notice where your habits sit, and just becoming very mindful and conscious about each little detail. Let's place the palms together in front of the heart. Set your intention, whether that's linked to one of the two kind of themes, or if you have your own intention or dedication. Let's take a moment to bring that into our mind. Greet each other, acknowledge each other. We're moving and breathing together. And then bow our heads towards our fingertips, humbly to seal that in. And then you can come off, if you're off of whatever you're seated on, and place your feet hip-width apart. I'll go sideways. We lift up, the knees move away from the shoulders for reverse tabletop. Take a deep breath in. And then bring the hips down to the floor, breathe out. Both pose, inhale. You can have the knees bent or extend the legs. Exhale, bring the feet down, hand down. Inhale, reverse tabletop, take it easy, we're still just warming up. Exhale, hips down to the floor, find your sit bones. Breathe in, find your boat pose. Balance, yeah, lovely. Breathe out, feet and hands to floor. One more time, inhale, lift up. Exhale, hips down. Inhale, boat pose, find your balance. Exhale, cross your shins and then roll over your shins to a child's pose. Big toes to touch, knees nice and wide. Know that child's pose is available to you whenever you want. And now bring Ujjayi breath into the practice. Slow deep breaths in and out of your nose. Notice how the lungs fill up, how the ribs of the rib cage expand on the inhale and soften on the exhale. Take one more deep breath in. A sigh is always welcome as well. Let's thread the needle. Right arm comes under, right ear to the floor. Walk your left hand to the top of your mat or bind your left hand on the inside of the right thigh. And now open up the left collarbone. Softly press the back of your right hand into the floor and notice that it translates into a little bit more activity on the outside of the right shoulder. Bring your left hand in front of the nose and then lift your right arm up and also walk your left hand a little forward. So you're kind of in a tabletop with the right arm up to the sky. And then bring your right hand back down, back to child's pose. Thread the needle to the other side, the left arm comes under, create space, walk your right hand all the way to the top, or bring your right fingers on the inside of your left thigh. That little grip can help you open, can help you twist a little deeper, open the right collarbones, feel free to close your eyes. Reach your right hand in front, left arm up to the sky, kind of a twisted tabletop, breathe in. Both hands down to the floor, tabletop. Reassess your hands, adjust your knees, cat-cow stretches. Breathe in, look up. Tailbone comes up, your toes are pointed. Now tuck your toes, hovering cat. Exhale. Can you place your knees down exactly at the same time? That is not easy. Inhale, but it's very subtle. Point your toes, look up. Tuck your toes, core engaged, lift the knees at the same time. 2 more times. Notice which knee wants to land a little bit sooner, a little bit quicker compared to the other knee. All these little things, interesting, fascinating. Lift up. 1 more time. I definitely have my right knee that is a little bit more dominant than my left. Just notice, just notice. All right, walk to plank pose, breathe in. All the way down to the belly, you can use your knees, breathe out. Fingertips to the outside of your mat, rolling cobra. Breathe in, hardly any weight in the hands. You can lift as high as your lower back allows you to. And then exhale, soften all the way back down. 3 more rolling cobras, maybe close your eyes. Keep your neck in line with the rest of the spine, rather than jerking your head back. Keep the spine nicely long and aligned. 2 more times, breathe in. Press the toenails of the feet into the floor. You feel you lift your knees. Breathe out all the way. 1 more deep breath in. While you're up there, bring your hands next to your ribcage, breathe out. All right, tuck your toes, inhale, table, plank pose or first downward facing dog. Exhale. 3 rounds of breath here. You can choose for stillness or pedal out the legs. Notice what your habit is. Is your habit to always pedal out the feet? Then maybe today pick stillness. If you don't have a habit yet, then just pick one that feels good. All right, look towards your hands and walk your feet to a ragged doll. Feet hip width apart. Hold on to the elbow and then swap the elbow. So now I've got my right hand in front or my right arm in front. I swap that around so the left arm is in front. If I don't think about it, it's going to be the same arm, always the same arm in front. Take 3 more rounds of breath here. Drop the hands to the floor. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Interlace your hands behind you, behind your bum. Exhale, fold forward again, and this time you move your hands up and away. Shake a soft no with the head. Your knees can be bent if that feels better. Really feel into the back line of the body. Rise, high mountain, arms come all the way above your head. Bring your toes to touch, Samastitihi, hands in front of the heart. Inhale, high mountain, arms up to the sky. Hands again to heart center, exhale, back bend, heart lift, open the arms up, look up, lift your heart. Take another deep breath in here. Fold forward, dive forward, relax your neck and shoulders. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Step back to plank pose, hands down, feet to the back of your mat. Take a deep breath in here, to the belly, exhale. Hands next to mat, inhale, lift your heart, breathe in. Look over your right shoulder, you can even dip your left shoulder a little. Look over your right shoulder, maybe you can even see your heels. Inhale, back to center. You don't have to come high. And then look over your left shoulder. Exhale. One more each side. Breathe in. Go as high or as low as feels good. Breathe out. Look at your heels. Breathe in center. Nice, guys. Breathe out. Look at the heels. Inhale, center. Hold the body up with the muscles of your back. Release your hands and place them back next to your rib cage. Soften the nose down. Inhale, tuck your toes. Plank pose. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Inhale, bend your knees and look forward. Step to the top and notice which foot is the one that steps first. Did you notice which foot stepped first and the other one was the following foot? Toes together. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward, relax. Rise, high mountain, arms sweep all the way above your head. Hands to heart center, exhale. Open up the heart, back bend, lift your gaze. Exhale, fold forward, dive forward. Let's move together. Inhale, halfway lift. Step back to plank pose. Start with your right foot. Right foot first, then your left foot. Feel if it feels weird. Take a deep breath in. Chaturanga. If you flip one foot at a time, notice which one flips first. For me, it's definitely always my right leg. And then lift your hips up, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath into the nose and sigh it out. We'll do one more Sun A. Inhale, bend your knees. Now notice which foot wants to step first, and then step the other one instead. Lift halfway, so there's a lot of thinking, a lot of noticing. Exhale, fold forward. Last Sun A. Inhale, arms sweep all the way above your head. Nice to warm up, hands to heart center. Exhale. Inhale all the way up and open the heart. Exhale, fold forward, relax your neck and shoulders. Together, inhale, halfway lift. Now first step your left foot to the back of your mat and then your right foot. So become aware of all these little details. Inhale, forward, knees or toes. Exhale, bend your elbows. I'm going to try to first flip my left foot. It feels really weird. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lovely. Take a deep breath in, bend the knees, and now maybe take a little hop to the top of your mat. Utkatasana, nice. Sit down into your little chair. And then hold, soften your shoulders. And then shift a little bit more weight to your toes. Easiest to do this with your eyes closed so you can really feel. Okay, now my heels are about to lift. And then shift a little bit more weight to your heels. And then bring the weight of the body into the four corners. Four corners of both feet. Take a deep breath in there. Fold forward. Exhale, dive forward, relax. Inhale, halfway lift. Left foot steps, low lunge. Look forward, breathe in. Pyramid pose to hold, breathe out. You can choose to have the left heel off the floor, or more traditional is the heel down, and then your stance is a little shorter, and you just have to readjust the hip alignment. They're both fine, they're both fine. Low lunge, look forward, inhale. Skandasana to your left leg, exhale. Rise, star pose, toe your toes out. To your right leg, rainbow warrior, bend the right knee. So that's a high Skandasana. Good. Star pose, breathe in. To the right foot, warrior 2, breathe out. Interlace your hands. Now just notice which finger comes up on top. You can look at it and you go like, okay, my right thumb is first. Behind your back it's even more tricky. And then lift your chest a little bit higher. Take a deep breath in. Sink a little deeper in the legs. Reverse warrior, but you keep your hands as they are. Keep your hands as they are. So pretend you don't have arms, but you bring the upper body backwards. And then extended side angle. The right shoulder comes close to the right knee. Look over your left shoulder towards the sky. Nice. Release your arms. Reverse triangle. Right arm up to the sky. Look up. Wimble your hands down to the floor. Low lunge. Three-legged dog. Lengthen. Right leg up. Knee to your nose. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, three-legged dog, lengthen. To the right armpit if you can. Nice and high. Heel close to your bum. Inhale, three-legged dog. Knee to the left arm. Exhale. Inhale, three-legged dog, lengthen. Wonderful. Step the foot to the top of your mat. Set yourself up for warrior 1. The left foot comes a little in, so shorter stance, and a little out. Feel your feet. Hips are as parallel to the short edge of your mat. Warrior 1. Interlace your hands maybe, and then sink a little deeper into that right knee. Take another deep breath in here. Interlace your hands behind your back again. Lift your heart, breathe in. Humble warrior, bow your right shoulder to the inside of the right knee and let your head be heavy. Maybe shake a soft no. Hands down, standing splits, lift your left leg up towards the sky. Exhale, fold forward, feet together, toes to touch. Inhale, halfway lift. Chaturanga, if you step, notice which foot steps first. Your next round, you're going to step the other foot first. Which foot flips first, or are you flipping both at the same time? We meet in downward facing dog. Exhale. Deep breath into the nose. Sigh it out. Inhale, bend your knees and look forward. If you step, notice which foot. If you hop, it's just both feet together. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Soften, surrender, exhale. Chair pose, Utkatasana, breathe in. Hands to heart center, breathe out. Lift the heart towards the thumbs, inhale. Twist to the right side, exhale, and then open the arms to fly. Sit a little bit more backwards in the heels. Notice what that does to the muscles in your bum. Back to center, Utkatasana, nice work. Hands to heart center, lovely yogis. Let's twist to the other side and then open the arms. Look at your big toes there together, ankles together, knees next to each other. So you're twisting from your belly button up. Reach, reach, reach to the fingers. Feel the heat. Inhale, Utkatasana, sink a little bit deeper, fold forward, dive forward, relax your neck and shoulders. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen, right foot steps back of your mat. Look forward, low lunge, pyramid pose to hold. Remember the two options. Which one do you pick? They're both fine. Either you just stay here and you draw the hips straight back, or the heel comes down, and then it's a heel-heel alignment, and then the right hip comes a little forward, and the left hip rolls a little back. Often this one, I do this one when I hold a pose, and I do the other pyramid when I'm more in a transition kind of phase. Low lunge, look forward, breathe in. Skandasana to your right foot, exhale, look how low you are to the floor. And then stand up, star pose, breathe in. To the left foot, rainbow warrior, it's the same shape, you're just a little bit higher. Star pose, inhale, arms up, look at the left foot, warrior two, exhale, sink a little bit deeper. Nice, nice depth in your warrior twos, guys. Interlace your hands, try to flip the other thumb first or the other pinky last. Sink a little deeper, reverse warrior just with your upper body, and you can press your knuckles down to the floor. Now extended side angle, left shoulder comes close to the left knee, maybe look to the ceiling past your right shoulder. Reverse triangle, extend both legs, reach the left arm up to the sky, wimble your hands down to the floor, low lunge, flatten palms, three-legged dog, inhale, lovely flow, keep with your breath, knee to nose, exhale. Inhale, three-legged dog, lengthen. Heel to left bum and knee to armpit, left side, high and up, push the floor away. Inhale, three-legged dog. To the right arm, exhale. Inhale, three-legged dog, lengthen. Lift the right heel to step that foot as far forward, maybe help it. Set yourself up, warrior one. Shorter stance, ground the foot. Stand up, feel the power in the legs and the space. Here you can still readjust your feet. You're trying to wrap that right hip forward and your left hip back. Nice work. Sink a little deeper in the left leg. Interlace your hands behind you. Notice if it's the dominant grip, maybe flip it around. Lift up, breathe in. Humble warrior, breathe out. Let your head be heavy. Relax your neck. Hands down, right leg lifts, standing splits. Lift your right leg up. Keep your hips nice and level. Fold forward, exhale, feet together. Do you remember which foot you stepped last time when you did your chaturanga? Inhale, it was probably your dominant foot. Exhale, step or jump to the top of your mat, to the back of your mat, excuse me. Bend your elbows, one foot, 2 feet at the same time. Downward facing dog, exhale. Take a deep breath into the nose. Sigh it out, exhale. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or jump to the top of your mat. Fabulous. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Sit down into your little chair. Hold and breathe. Now close your eyes and go into that intensity. Feel the heat, feel the shaking of the legs. Notice what your mind does. Stay with the breath for another 3. Dare to sink a little deeper. 2. Take one more deep breath in. Fold forward, dive forward, relax your neck and shoulders. Inhale, halfway, lift, lengthen. Exhale, step your left foot to the back of your mat. I will keep the heel up this time. Look forward because we're going to flow. One pyramid pose, just draw your hips back. Come back forward into your low lunge, maybe fingertips. Skandasana to your left leg, turn the left toes out. Stand all the way up, star pose. To the right leg, rainbow warrior, bend the right knee, flex your left foot. Inhale, back to star pose. To the right foot, warrior 2, exhale. Interlace your hands, breathe in, keep your core strong. Sink a little deeper in that right knee, exhale. Reverse your warrior even though your hands are interlaced. Extended side angle even though your hands are interlaced. So you just notice how your chest is moving forward and back without it really turning anyway, like it's forward and back in your mat, but not sideways. Reverse triangle, inhale. We'll move to a full triangle. Personally, I like a shorter stance. You don't have to do that. Triangle under the legs. I like to reach my right arm and my left arm. That helps me lengthen the spine. Right hand somewhere at the level of your shin, left arm up. Yes. Maybe you need a block under your hands. That is also totally fine. Where are you looking? Are you looking down? Are you looking to the side? Or are you looking up to your left hand? Take 2 more rounds of breath here, lovely yogis. Soft bend in the knees, reverse triangle, inhale. Wimble your hands down to the floor, lift your left heel, flatten palms. 3-legged dog, right leg lifts. Knee to your nose, flow it forward, empty the lungs. Inhale, 3-legged dog, lengthen. To the right arm, and now we hold it here for an elevator. So you breathe in to drop the knee just next to the wrist. You breathe out to bring the knee next to the armpit. 3 more times. Inhale. Lots of core work. 3. Inhale, wrist. Exhale, armpit. Inhale, wrist. Whoo, it's warm in this house. 1 more time. Inhale, wrist. Exhale, armpit. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Nice work. To the left arm, exhale. Falling triangle variation. Try maybe to make your stance a little bit shorter. Flatten the left foot. Your left foot is standing on the mat. Your left knee can be bent. And then kick your leg forward. Woo! Flex your right foot. Flex your right foot. Maybe with the left hand, you can hold the pinky side of the foot. And just hold it there. Maybe not. Yeah, that's it. Lovely, lovely. Wobbly, wobbly. It's easier if the left knee is bent. Alright, back to 3-legged dog. Inhale. Lift the left heel so you can take a big step. Keep your hips above your floor as high as possible. Warrior 1 legs. Arms up to the sky. Take a deep breath in. Interlace your hands behind your back. Pop open your chest. Inhale. Bow forward. Exhale. A weird variation. If you want to try, I'll show you to the front. If I can, if I have space. So basically, you're going to bring your right arm under your leg and you're going to fly your arms to the side. You ground through the back heel, through your left heel, and you reach through the crown. Yeah, so the right arm presses into the leg. Yeah, and I'll do it with a bent elbow. Nice, nice, nice. Hold, lift from the crown, lengthen the spine. Fabulous. Now bring your hands to the front of the right leg and standing splits. Left leg up to the sky, hold and breathe. We'll hold here for 5 to 6 rounds of breath. One option is to hold on to the calf and try to bring the nose closer. If you want to do some handstand practice here, we've got time. A little bit of play time. Let's take another 45 seconds to just play or stay. If you're doing the staying variation, an extra challenge might be to bring your left hand on the calf as well. So you're just wobbling on that right foot. And if you lose the balance, it's quite easy to just catch yourself by bringing your left or right hand back down. Take another deep breath in. We have the right foot down and the left leg up. Yeah, join us, the whistle, right foot down, left leg up, standing splits. Inhale. Shiva squat this time, left knee behind the right. Place the foot down, arms up to the side, little courtesy, and then twist over to your right side. Hold and breathe. If you want to play with a side crow, you may. So side crow, I'll show you in mirror image. Let's say I've got a big line here on my thigh. You bring the one elbow and the other elbow under the thigh. And then you bring your hands down to the floor, you look away, and your thigh is resting on the back of the arms. Play with it if you want. Nice, vessel. So it's specifically important that that left elbow comes really far down your knee. Yes. That becomes a little plateau, and then the right elbow comes close to the meaty part here of the side of your bum. Hands come down, and then you try to find your seesaw. Nice, nice, Teresa, I love it. Go, girl. Fabulous. Love it, love it, love it. Nice, Nadia, awesome, vessel. We meet in a cross-legged, right foot down, left knee behind you. Nice work. All right, let's come to a standing splits again. Inhale. And now a Shiva squat. Keep the left foot hovering to revolved half moon. So if it's new to you, bring your right hand to your bum. Start to extend your left leg behind you. Your left hand here can be on a block or on the floor. And then you twist, so your lower body actually stays quite square, and you're twisting open here. You're trying to bring that right shoulder up. Maybe you lift the right arm up as well. This is a very tricky pose. It's my husband's least favorite yoga pose ever. Often it's the ones we don't like that we need them most. So reach through the left heel or toes, reach to the crown, reach with the right fingers to the ceiling. You're doing an amazing job. Stay with it. One more deep breath in. Both feet together, fold forward, and then come into a gorilla's pose. So open the feet and slide your hands, your entire hand, under the foot. I'll show you a little closer to the screen. So it's the whole hand that goes under the foot. So your toes are standing very close to the wrist. Most people only put their fingertips. So bring your whole hand. If it feels like your arms are not long enough, bend the knees. Once you've got that little bit of a palm to sole of the foot connection, start to relax your head and bend your elbows. Maybe even close your eyes. Take 3 rounds of breath here. It's funny how we can become aware of habits, and once you notice it, like little stop words you use a lot, when somebody brings it to your attention, because it's very often challenging to find our own habits, but when somebody brings it to your attention, you're almost like you can't ignore it anymore, and you're totally aware. You're like, I can't believe I say this all the time, or I can't believe I do this all the time. And then you can decide whether you like it or not, or whether you want to consciously change it. All right, release your hands. Take a halfway lift. Inhale. Let's flatter our lips. So you go, poo! It's nice to wetten the lips. 2 more times. Inhale. Wetten the lips and make some noise. Poo! Release. And 1 more time. Inhale. Poo! Fabulous. Inhale, halfway lift. Chaturanga Dandasana. Stay with your habits. Which foot wants to go first? Maybe consciously try to do the other foot. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Another minute of playtime with whatever you want to play with. So, I don't know, I can't decide for you. Maybe it's a crow pose. You know, crow pose can be down here, where you try to lift your toes. Can also be with your knees in the back of the armpits. Maybe you want to play with something else. Maybe you want to rest in child's pose. Maybe a pinchy, just a minute of whatever. Can also just be child's pose and rest. Vessel is going for headstands. Teresa is going for crow pose. Nice. Look more forward, Teresa. Look more for, yeah, go girl, you've got it today. Nice, Nadia. Awesome. Just some commitment and just some playtime. Are you turning your knees, Vessel? You're doing that variation. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I can see your bum move. Sometimes it's easier to just turn the knees without opening the legs. That's how I got it first, Vessel. Yeah, and then I kept the legs up. I just turned the body, turned the one side, turned the other side. And then the splitting of the legs can come later. All right, wherever you are, we've got another 4 or 5 rounds of breath. If you want to take a little break, come to embryo pose or child's pose. So the difference between embryo pose is that the hands are to the feet. Child's pose, hands are to the top of your mat. Nice. Let's take 3 more rounds of breath here together to reground, reconnect with our breath. We've got a little bit more of flow to go. Inhale, hands come forward, tuck your toes, plank pose, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward, step, jump, be aware of which foot, top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Right foot steps to the back of your mat. Big step, look forward, inhale. Just one time, a pyramid pose, draws your hips back. Inhale, bend left knee, low lunge to the right foot, Skandasana, low to the floor, opening of the hips. Stand all the way up, turn the toes out, star pose. Now bend your left knee, flex the right foot, rainbow warrior. Star pose, breathe in, stand all the way up, extend to the fingers. Look at the left foot, warrior 2, exhale, slice open. Interlace. Maybe take a split second to realize if you did the dominant or the non-dominant grip. Reverse warrior. So the more you lean the body back, the more your knee wants to move forward. So it's like your crown wants to move to the back of the mat, but your knee wants to move to the front of the mat. Now keep your legs where they are, and then bring your crown closer to your knee for an extended side angle. Keep the right shoulder stacked above the left. Yeah, not easy. Very good. Reverse triangle, both legs extend. Bring the left arm up towards the sky. Full triangle. What are your little routines? I always bring the foot in. It's also a habit. Why? I feel a little bit more stable. Maybe I should also sometimes be open-minded and do it differently. You know, just to see what happens. So a straight spine. Very often people, as soon as they reach and then they bring the arms in and they want to touch the floor, but then their spine starts to round. You want to have a straight spine, so sometimes having that hand a little bit higher, but lengthening here, lengthening this right side and the left side of the body is what we're aiming for. Where is your drishti? Where are you looking? Down, up, middle. Whoa, nice. Take 3 more rounds of breath. Let the core be strong. Let's all look down. Reverse triangle. Left arm up to the sky. Follow the fingers with your eyes. And then wimble your hands down. Lift the right heel. Flatten palms. Left leg up. 3-legged dog. Nice yogis. Stay with it. Stay focused. Knee to nose. Exhale. Inhale. 3-legged dog, lengthen. Knee to the left armpit, hold it here. We're doing our elevators. The knee comes to the wrist. Take a breath in, take a breath out. Through the nose. Breathe in through the nose, let it go down. Let the elevator come back up. Good, breathe in. And then, suck your navel in as well, strong right leg. I know, 2 more times. Inhale, shh, exhale. Ooh la la, inhale. Exhale, 3-legged dog. Lovely work. Falling triangle variation. Left knee to the right arm. You can even hop your foot, your right foot. Hop it a little bit closer. Bring the full foot down to the floor. And then you ground through the right foot and your left hand. Bring the right arm up. You can kick your leg out. To the front, to the front, to the front. Yes, flex your left foot. Ooh la la. Maybe the right hand holds on. And then you can kind of, as soon as the right hand comes to the foot, you feel that you've got more freedom to move. Less core control needed. Interesting. Let go of the foot, lift the left leg, 3-legged dog, both hands down. Step the foot in between your hands. Set yourself up for warrior 1. Arms up to the sky. Breathe in. Interlace your hands behind your back. Lovely, lovely, looking good. So Teresa, make sure your right hip wraps forward. Yes. So this hip comes forward. Lift your chest, that's it. And then bow your left shoulder to the inside of the knee and go for our weird variation. Don't even know how this is called. We can make up a name. You bring your right shoulder close to that right knee. That would be your left, excuse me. Left shoulder to the left knee. And then open the arms. Pretend you're an airplane and you want to fly. You want to lift off so your wings go wide. You're lengthening through the crown, and that left arm is pressing up against the leg. Hard work. Reach to the fingers. Keep your wings nice and open. Now that left arm, from underneath the leg, loop it around, bring it in front of the left foot. Standing splits, weight onto the left foot, hold and breathe. Handstand practice, left hand to calf, both hands to calf. Do what feels good to you. Nice work. Take around 4 more rounds of breath here. Take a breath in. Left foot is down, right foot is up. Shiva squat to a courtesy. So the right toes touch the floor. Arms come up to the sky. Inhale. Palms together. Twist over to your left. So twisting is really good for the spine, good for your digestion. So feel free to stay here. Focus your eyes, breathe, and soften in the intensity. Or try the side crow. I'll show you from this side. You can even come onto your back knee. So I notice I use this hand to bring this, that would be your right arm, as low as possible. And then you can bring the other left elbow under the side of the bum. Look far away. Look kind of to a diagonal top of your mat. That would be your left top of your mat. When you place your hands, you look at the left top of the room. Yes. To balance out. Take your time. Take your time, it takes time. Yeah, bring the other elbow under the meaty part of your bum. Wiggle, wiggle, play, play. Look far away. Slowly does it. Slowly does it. Slowly does it. I love it. That is amazing. Yay! Amazing. All right, let's come back. Left foot down. Right foot is behind and cross. Standing splits. Right leg lifts. Just a transition. Shiva squats to revolved half moon. Bring your left hand to your bum. Why? To feel if you're not totally letting one hip drop or letting... Often what happens is the right hip starts to drop. So you want to kick that right leg behind you. Find length. And then maybe from there start to come into your fingertips, and then you can reach that left arm. So I feel that in revolved half moon, it's a super expansion. So it's like, how big can I make myself? Can I make myself longer through my crown and my toes? Can I make myself longer for the right fingers and the left fingers? But it's a really weird one. This is not an easy one. Yes. Almost feels weird to the body. Guys, you are amazing. Take 3 more rounds of breath. Breathe. Active toes, active fingers. 2. 1 more deep breath in. Fold forward. Both feet touch. Last chaturanga. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, step, jump, float back of your mat. Bend your elbows. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Downward facing dog. 3 breaths in, down dog. Would your habit be to pedal the legs or to stay still? Do the opposite. Do the other one. Noticing the subtle, small things on your mat can help you notice the subtle, small things off your mat. Bend your knees, look forward, come to a seated position. You can cross your legs, This is also a great time to put some clothing on or even socks. We're not going to stand anymore. Just to make sure you stay warm. It's actually quite warm in here. I'll just prepare it here for Shavasana. It's already close by. Cow face pose. Now cow face pose is an opener of the hips. You might need something to sit on. If you know that your hips are quite tight, you might need a block or something to sit on. Bring your right knee in front of your left. Right knee in front of the left. I'm mirroring you. Yeah. And then you mermaid the feet to the side. So you create space and then you can readjust your blocks or your pillow. If this is too much, you can choose for a half variation. When you extend your left leg along the floor and you stack your knees on top of each other. It's also fine. Quite a big hip opener here, but we did our Skandasanas and our rainbows, and actually I don't need this today. Find grounding and then walk your fingertips. Pretend you're walking them a little bit away. That moves the shoulders away from the ears, lengthen through the crown. And then walk your right fingers even further forward, further to the side. Place the right palm down and bring the left arm overhead. You can reach or you can let it fall down. So you're still reaching through the left elbow and keep your right shoulder stacked above the left from seen from the top. Notice the stretch on the left side of the body. Take 4 more rounds of breath here. Reach your left arm up to the sky first, and then pretend you want to grab something that is hanging from the ceiling, and that lifts you up. So it's a reaching up that brings you up and over. Refine your 2 sit bones if you feel that you're a bit skew, and then walk your hands forward. You can stay on fingertips, very much like that cobra variation, like that we did in the beginning of class. You can drop the head. This is big for the hips, guys, so if you feel like no sharp pain, but there's definitely, for most of us, sensations of stretching, sensations of resistance maybe. Take 4 more rounds of breath. Slowly roll up to a seated position. Personally, I find it the easiest to come forward, to come out. So I walk onto my hands until I'm almost in a tabletop, and then I release the knees, and then create a couple of circles with your hips. 2 or 3 one direction, and then 2 or 3 in the other direction. You're already nicely positioned to cross your left knee in front. Open the feet and let's try to see how this side feels. It might feel very different. Take your time, use your props, settle in. And then do the reaching through the fingers first. So when we sit like this, it's interesting. We sit, okay, cool. Now we bring the hands down. And we're starting to walk the fingers away, which kind of draws the shoulders away, which also can help us lengthen through the crown. So you sit a little bit more upright. And then walk that left hand. And at the same time, the right arm comes up. Palm is flat to the floor. Bend your left elbow. And then maybe even the right elbow bends as well. You don't have to do that. Whatever feels good for your neck, for your head. Oh, stretching into that right kidney there. Feel free to close your eyes. Reach the right arm up to the ceiling. And then as if you want to reach for something, grab for something that brings you up. Find your sit bones, take another deep breath in, and then walk your hands forward. You can stay here. I'm just showing different variations, different people. If you feel a lot of sensation, I feel it a lot here on the outside. Maybe you feel it elsewhere, but if you feel that already, you're in the right place. And you can also drop your head. Close your eyes if that feels nice. Ah, nice sigh. On the next inhale, your head is heavy and it's the last thing that comes up. Roll the spine up. And then we move forward to come out. Couple of circles with the hips. One direction, other direction. Come sit onto your heels and then bring your hips next to your heels and bring your legs to the top of your mat. Now I am going to put something on. So, I would like to explain, you know, the challenges with online. Certain poses in yoga are not dangerous, but you could hurt yourself. And I feel because I've been teaching now online for a long time, I didn't teach many of them, like headstands, even shoulder stands. Like if I would be in the same space with you and I see something that I'm like, whoa, that's dangerous, I could come to you. But I still want you to be able to practice those. But if you're like, okay, I don't feel comfortable because you're not with me, then don't do that. But I still want to propose them to you, you know? So shoulder stands, maybe you want to have a look. It's called shoulder stands for a reason. So if you feel any pain, so that you're trying actually let's just say do not turn the head. Because once you're in it, there's pressure here in this area, but it's such a nice stretch. This used to be one of the hardest poses for me. When I used to go in it, like here around this area, lots and lots of tension. So you can so the easiest I think is to just keep a little bit of support here. Keep a little bit of support here, and you feel you're on your shoulders. If it feels alright, you can start to extend the legs. And I feel my heart going, a little bit of that. I don't mind it. You can interlace your hands as well, and then from there, your hands finger point up to the sky. You can bring one leg up, and the other one follows. That shoulder stands. From there, I'll talk you through it. You bend the knees again, and then we roll off. So if you don't want to do that, come in leg of the wall. Alright, let's come to our back. Leg of the wall. If you decide that you want to try plow, plow means that you bring your feet over your head. So maybe bring your hands to your bum, lift up, and you can keep your knees bent initially. Let your pelvis rest a little bit in your hands, and just notice if your neck is okay, you're looking in between your knees up to the sky, or you have your eyes closed. If you want more, you can walk your toes a little bit more to the back of the mat. Your hands can come lower. Not lower to the pelvis, lower to the floor. And then maybe one leg lifts, other leg lifts. Reach through the toes or the heels up towards the sky. It's an inversion, you're upside down. Take as many breaths as feels good. Please keep your nose pointing up. If you want to come out, simply bend the knees, bring them close to your ears. It's called ear pressure pose. Take a moment here. Also really nice to stimulate your thyroid. The thyroid is stimulated here. And then roll all the way back. Slowly, slowly, slowly. One soft back bend as a bridge pose. Hands can be overhead, hands can be under bum interlaced.
And then you can walk your meaty part of the shoulders under the body. Make it quite soft. Because it's nice to introduce you to those shapes. They are very beneficial, and yeah, I still remember, I'm very happy where I am now, but 15 years ago, some of those poses were quite challenging. And it just shows you that yoga works. Slowly wind the spine back down to the floor. And then hug your knees into chest, rock and roll a little from right to left. Make sure you're warm enough, comfortable enough, and in a quiet space without any distractions for your Shavasana. When you are ready, maybe a blankie over your belly, over your body. Come and lie all the way back. I'll be the timekeeper, so you can just let go. Shavasana. If you are in a very happy, blissful, peaceful place,
Stay in Shavasana. If you're ready to move into the rest of your day, then what would you do first now? Would you first take a conscious breath? Would you first turn your head from right to left? Would you first wiggle your fingers? So what is the routines and little rituals of getting out of Shavasana, even how you start your practice, how you start your day, also create really good habits. Not all habits are not good habits. Some habits we want to create for ourselves. So what is your little routine, your little ritual to softly and gently waken up your body again? Does it start with breathing? Does it start with physical movements? And what does the mind do? Do you bring a nice, positive, grateful thought into the mind? Obviously, you wake up slowly. So with small movements, fingers, toes. And then when you're ready, you can come to the side and from there, back up to a seated position. And did you crush your legs without thinking about it? I did. And the left leg is in front again. It always happens. The way we sit, the way we cross our legs when we're seated, it will all have an influence on the physical body, on our fascia. Everything we do has an influence on our mind, on our hearts. It's just fascinating. It's not judgment, no attachment, just fascinating how we work. Trusting the process that from creation, the three universal forces, there is a phase of destruction, a phase sometimes of preservation and creation, or maybe they're all present at the same time. But thank you so much for trusting me in the process of guiding you through your yoga practice. Let's bring our palms together in front of the heart. Also acknowledging the other yogis that are practicing with you. Take something insightful, take something beautiful with you off your mat into the rest of your day. From my very, very, very grateful heart, thank you for allowing me to share what I truly love sharing. A teacher is nothing without students. Thank you for being there and for your support. Namaste.